York were beaten by two excellent goals which illustrate the gap between the Premiership and the Second Division. Neil Lennon opened the scoring. Leicester sealed their passage to round 4 with a well-worked move finished by Yorkshireman Simon Grayson. It meant disappointment for the thousands of York City fans who'd hoped to see their side take another Premiership scalp. But the manager took pride in their performance.
We caused them problems. We had a lot of the play in the first 25-30 minutes. Again, the result of that is because I think they were a wee bit frightened of us, and that's it's a good thing for my players. But at the end of the day, they've scored a great first goal, and that was the difference between the two sides.
Flat at Bootham Crescent, they were beaten 2-0 by Leicester. The victory was particularly sweet for one of the Premiership's best up-and-coming performers. Robert McCaffrey explains.
He's been one of the most impressive midfield players in the Premiership this season. He's also one of the most underrated. He's also the latest of an amazing production line. Leicester's Neil Lennon has earned the right to be bracketed with David Platt, with Rob Jones, with Jeff Thomas, all internationals, and all protégés of who else but Dario Gradi at Crewe.
He always said I was ready for it when I went, and I mean, I'll be eternally grateful to him, for the way he moulded me as a player. And, the step up hasn't been too bad. I mean, I played international football when I was a Crewe, so I sort of knew what to expect when I come to Leicester, and everything's, touch wood's gone so well for me.
And Lennon had a score to settle with York. They actually deprived Crewe at Wembley in the playoffs 3 years ago, and he's never forgotten it.
And it was sort of like a bogey team when I was at Crewe. They always seemed to have the Indian sign on us, and when the job came out of the hat for the second round, I thought, oh, it's going to be really, really tough, especially after the way they performed against Everton.
But the fire and passion that Alan Little's York side had shown against Everton was somehow missing on the night, and it was Lennon who pulled the strings for Leicester in midfield, cajoling, prompting, strutting. It was his wonderful goal that really decided the tie. Leicester had been gradually getting on top when eventually the ball fell his way and he fairly rifled it into the net. They don't really come much better than that, but it's the way of things for him at the moment. Red hair and red hot. The second goal was almost incidental. Wing-backs in harmony as York tired. Whitlow's cross found Grayson's finish. No disgrace for York, but it was Leicester's and Neil Lennon's night.
Well, I mean, it's just one of them. Once he's headed back across, and I thought it got too close to spin, but I just thought, nice clean strike and see what happens, and it just flew in, There's just no celebration, it's just a great feeling to see it go in,
Do you know what you've got to do when you score a goal like that? Is don't be modest about it. Everybody's modest about it. Why do you say, what a goal that was?
Yeah, that's what I tell them, in there, tell my mum and dad that on the phone tonight when I go home.
And I bet they're proud of him too. Robert McCaffrey, Sky Sports at Bootham Crescent.